Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the place you come to get under the hood of complex topics, looking at the latest research to bring you, well, the clearest insights.
That's right.
And today, we're tackling something absolutely fundamental to the digital world, even if it's often unseen. Data integration. Our guide for this is the Global Data Integration Market Report 2025 from Cognitive Market Research. It's pretty comprehensive, looking at trends from 2021 right through to 2033.
A big time frame.
Exactly. And our mission today is really to unpack these numbers and understand this huge global move towards, data-driven ways of working. Now, okay, data integration, maybe not your typical dinner party chat, right?
Probably not.
But it is honestly the invisible engine behind so much of our modern lives. I mean, think about any smooth online purchase or how companies manage their supplies or even those personalized ads you get.
Yeah, all of that relies on different systems sharing data effectively.
Precisely. So the big questions are, just how big is this market, this foundation, and what's its growth telling us about where things are headed?
Well, fundamentally, data integration is it's about connecting the dots. Taking data from all these different places, different software, databases, cloud apps, and bringing it together so you get one unified picture.
Making it usable.
Exactly. Making it accessible, making it actionable. It's about breaking down those data silos. And this deep dive, I think, will really show the sheer scale of why that's become so critical everywhere.
Okay, let's get into it then. The global numbers.
Yeah.
They're really quite astounding.
They are.
So the report pins the market at, let's see, 10,823.5 million back in 2021. Just call it $10.8 billion.
Right.
By 2025, that's projected to climb to nearly $16.6 billion. But then look out to 2033, we're talking almost $40 billion, specifically 39,040.5 million.
Wow.
And that represents a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR of 11.283%, over 11% year on year.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here isn't just the number, it's the consistency, that sustained double-digit growth. It's a clear signal.
A signal of what, specifically?
It signals this universal shift across basically all sectors, all around the world, towards running things based on data, towards needing systems to talk to each other seamlessly.
So it's more than just efficiency gains.
Oh, much more. It's about fundamental changes in how businesses operate, how they innovate. Think about cloud adoption, IoT generating floods of data, AI needing clean, connected information.
Right. All that needs integration.
It absolutely demands it. It's driving a need for, well, more modern, more sophisticated integration than ever before.
Okay, that makes sense. So with this massive global picture, where's the action concentrated? Let's break it down regionally. How about North America?
Always a key region for tech.
Definitely. It led the pack in 2021 with revenue around $4.15 billion. That's expected to rise to over $6.2 billion by 2025, and then jump again to over $14.2 billion by 2033. Still growing strong with a CGR just under 11%, 10.814%.
Still double digits.
Yep. And within that, by 2033, the U.S. is forecast to be huge, like $11.4 billion. Canada over $1.6 billion, and Mexico over $1 billion too.
Well, yeah, North America's leadership isn't too surprising, is it? You've got that really established digital infrastructure, high rates of adopting new tech.
Right.
So the push there is often beyond just basic connections. It's about real-time data flows, powering really advanced analytics, improving customer experiences instantly. It's a mature market, but still innovating and expanding, especially with the complexity of modern businesses.
Okay, let's cross the pond to Europe. Also showing very solid growth, right?
Very solid, yes,
Okay.
following a similar kind of trajectory.
So Europe started at about $2.3 billion in 2021. It's projected to hit almost $3.5 billion in 2025. And the forecast for 2033, just under $8 billion. $7.9 billion, let's say. And look at the CAGR, almost identical to North America's, 10.812%.
That's remarkably close.
And the key players there by 2033. Germany leading with over $1.7 billion, the UK around $1.3 billion, France just over $1 billion, and Italy and Russia making significant contributions too.
And what's interesting in Europe, I think, is you see slightly different drivers sometimes. There's a big emphasis on, say, regulatory compliance.
The GDPR.
Exactly. Things like GDPR. That forces companies to have really robust, integrated data governance. Plus, you have a lot of focus on modernizing older legacy systems, especially in big sectors like finance or manufacturing.
So different pressures, same need for integration.
Pretty much. They need solutions that ensure data quality, accessibility, often across quite complex, sometimes country-specific systems.
Got it. Okay, now, Asia Pacific. The report suggests this is where things get really interesting in terms of speed.
Yeah, the acceleration there is remarkable.
Okay, so APAC started at roughly $2.7 billion in 2021, grows to over $4.25 billion by 2025.
Strong growth already.
But then it's forecast to surge past $10.7 billion by 2033. Check this. The highest CAGR we've seen so far, 12.256%.
Over 12%, that's significant.
It is. And China's a huge part of that, right? From $722 million in 21 to nearly $3 billion by 33.
Massive expansion.
But India stands out even more. The CAGR there is predicted to be over 13%.
13%, wow.
Yeah, growing from around $450 million in 2021 to almost $2 billion by 2033. Japan, South Korea, Australia, also making big contributions, obviously.
If you connect that to the bigger picture, what you're seeing in APAC, and especially with India's momentum, it's like it highlights these emerging economic giants really embracing data strategies incredibly fast.
Leapfrogging, perhaps?
Kind of, yeah. They're investing massively in new digital infrastructure. Cloud adoption is soaring, which means they need sophisticated data integration right from the start. It's less about patching old systems and more about building new, hyper-connected digital economies. It demands an integrate-first mindset, really.
An integrate-first mindset. I like that. And it's not just these three major regions, is it? The trend is truly global. We need to look at South America, the Middle East, and Africa, too.
Absolutely. They're part of the story.
So South America, valued over $700 million in 2021, but projected to hit over $2.6 billion by 2033. So more than tripling.
Significant growth there, too.
And within that, by 2033, Brazil nearing $1 billion, Argentina, Colombia, Chile, all showing strong figures. Then the Middle East, climbing from about $530 million in 2021 to almost $2 billion by 2033.
Also very substantial expansion.
Yeah, led by countries like Saudi Arabia, Turkey, the UAE, Qatar, and finally Africa. Started around $430 million in 2021, forecast to reach nearly $1.6 billion by 2033, driven largely by South Africa, then Nigeria, and a big chunk from the rest of Africa category too.
What these numbers really hammer home is that even in regions that started with, let's say, a smaller base, the growth in data integration is robust. It's vital.
It's everywhere.
It really is. It shows this worldwide understanding that connecting your data isn't optional anymore. It's essential for economic growth, for staying competitive in this digital age. Which, it kind of brings up an interesting question, doesn't it? Well, as these different markets expand so quickly, what unique challenges pop up? What opportunities, thinking about their specific infrastructures, different regulations, cultural aspects, how does that affect integrating data effectively?
Things like digital skills gaps or data sovereignty rules.
Precisely. Managing data privacy across borders, ensuring everyone benefits. Lots to consider there.
Definitely. So let's pull it all together. We've seen these incredible numbers, this global trend. What does it all mean for you listening right now? Why should you care about data integration?
Well, the core message from this report, I think, is crystal clear. Data integration is becoming absolutely central, everywhere, in every sector.
It's not just an IT problem anymore.
Not at all. This consistent growth, double digits across every region, it points to a fundamental, universal shift. Businesses, governments, organizations, they're all moving towards data-driven operations, towards needing their systems truly interconnected.
And for the individual?
For you, it translates into, smoother digital experiences day to day, businesses running more efficiently behind the scenes, maybe faster innovation, new services becoming possible. It really underpins so much of the digital world we interact with, even if we don't see the plumbing. It's the silent engine.
What a journey. From, just over $10 billion in 2021 to a forecast of nearly $40 billion by 2033.
Yeah.
It really is a global reshaping of how information works.
It truly is. And, looking ahead, as data integration becomes this, essential utility, this backbone for almost everything, it makes you wonder.
The ripple effects.
Exactly. What profound changes could we see? Think about advanced AI. It needs connected data. Think about jobs shifting from data entry maybe to data analysis and strategy, even perhaps societal structures as information becomes so much more linked and available.
New problems, new solutions.
Potentially. What happens when everything can be connected? How does that change our idea of knowledge itself? It's definitely something to think about long after we finish here.
A powerful thought to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the crucial world of data integration. We hope you'll keep exploring what this increasingly connected, data-driven world means for all of us.